what I absolutely love about Winter's Day is there's just so much gold to be earned. And it's not just in the Winter's Day gifts themselves. The karma actually is a huge, huge part of it. And I'm going to try to go over some of that here. So be careful with this one. This is a noob trap. So let's take a look at Winter's Day gifts. So right now they're holding at about 4 silver. It'll go down to like 2 or 3 by the end of the festival.
Stay calm.
So there's another method of converting karma to gold, and that is these Packed Scouts mapping materials. Cost about 5,250 karma each, and 40 of them allows you to get a full set of rewards from different maps across Central Tyria. The most valuable one is Malkor's Leap. And so if we want to see how much karma is 1 silver, we can just divide 1976 by 210,000 karma that it costs. So the 5,250 times 40 equals 210,000. And then let's go ahead and divide that by the 1976. So every 100 karma is 1 silver, basically, if you are able to get the full benefit out of these maps. So already, this costs you 7 silver. So be very careful for this noob trap.
On your side.
But what gets insane is when you just see how much karma is available. So there's a bunch of orphans scattered around Divinity's Reach, and if you give them a gift, they'll give you 1,500 karma. And it costs about 1,000 karma to make the gift by purchasing from the charity Core Seraph, who is standing right here, I believe. So a roll of wrapping paper costs 500, and then you can buy
You have something to report?
any of these here. I usually just do 30 of the same thing. It's the easiest thing to do. And that already gives you basically a lot of karma. Let me calculate it out real quick. So you get about 1,500 per, and then you've got 30, but it costs you 30,000 to make it. But here's where things get crazy, and this is true for the entire festival. So this is the maximum amount of boosted karma that you can get. So, and the karma boost is on the whole amount of the karma received, not the cost that you paid to the orphan. So this 45,000, if you're able to stack all of these different bonuses, can actually go up to, we're going to multiply it, 2.65. So this is really close to half of the 210,000 karma that you can trade for 19 gold and 76 silver. So you can basically earn an extra 10 to 11 gold per day just doing the orphan runs, depending on how many of these you can stack. I've usually just would grab the karma boost if it's out. You get the Winter's Blessing for free if you do the orphans once. So sometimes I'll do it one day and then save it for the next, so it's kind of like a self-repeating thing. And there's durations on a lot of these things. I try to do the most efficient things close together while I have as many of the bonuses that I can get. So you can only get one of these per day during the event itself. Just going over the bonuses really quick. An easy one to get for the food is this Turon slice that's going between 2 to 3 silver for 10%. For a 10% increase, it's gonna more than pay for itself. The Super Mix Parfait will as well, but it's a little bit more expensive, so there's a call there. As far as the Snow Diamond ornament goes, it's a bit expensive, but even if you don't want to do that, your options are tuning icicles or a tin of fruitcake. Tin of fruitcake I think is the cheapest. So that's 15 gold. And then tuning icicle.
See it? Report it.
It's 19 silver, so the 14 silver versus the 19, obviously the tin of fruitcake is better. You can only have one of the two active at a time. And so you can get an easy 10% or 20% between food and enhancement there. And then you can do candy canes, You
My
can,
mind is scrambled.
you're gonna want to split them the stack. You'll probably buy a bunch at once. You just hit Alt and you drag, and then you can type here. And then, even though these aren't candy canes, it works the same way. There's a use all button. You should be able to just consume 30 at once, and then you'll have the 30-minute duration there. So that's 30% karma for really, really cheap, even without doing everything there, and that will still give you a lot. Another thing to consider is that people will put banners out here all the time, or community bonfires. I don't think it's happening as much this year because I I've been getting the perception that there's a lot more new people for some reason, and so I'm guessing the Richies that used to do it are a bit diluted this year. But just keep an eye out for it. It's a nice bonus to have if it's there. Um, if you have the Candy Corn Gobbler, you can get karma from there too. I'm not sure how worth it is. This is just a leftover from Halloween. In addition to the orphans that can give you up to 10 gold per day. You've also got all of these bonus rewards for just doing any of the Wintersday activities.
You have something to report?
So the Bell Choir gives you 5. Each of these I think is worth 5,000. Let me see. Let me wiki it real quick.
May Balthazar strengthen you.
So yeah, it's 5,000, and so each of those is worth roughly 50 silver, close to it anyway. And so you can each doing each of these once per day is worth 50 silver base, but with the bonuses it can go up to about a gold and a half. And then you can quickly do Winter Wonderland once you learn the jumping puzzle, and you can do the race event, and you can quickly do the Bell Choir. Those are all things you can scrunch together. So my daily rotation would be do the Orphans, the Winter Wonderland, the Bell Choir, and the race. And this is just the gold you can get without the extra gold that you earn from the Wintersday gifts themselves. So the bonuses just get super massive. I would get enough. You can only buy like 6 of these per day. And so I would get enough karma to do the map bonus rewards for like 3 or 4 months sometimes by playing this event. And so, and you can purchase about 42 of these per week. So just kind of give you a rough estimate here. 42 times 4 weeks per month, and then for about 4 months. So you can get that many total scouts mapping materials. And then if you divide it by 40, you can do this by 16, and then multiply it by 19.74. And so you can earn up to 300 gold. And this was like super casual. I'd only do those 3 or 4 different things per day, and I think it would usually take me about 15 minutes or so. And so you can earn an extra 300 gold from the karma alone, just being hyper efficient. And I didn't even use all of the bonuses that are possible. I may try that harder this year because I didn't know some of these even existed. But yeah, you can. This entire festival is just really insane, and the gold per hour sometimes on the Wintersday presents alone can be very high from if you're really good at the jumping puzzle. But yeah, go ahead, grab as many bonuses as you can, and get that karma. And almost every single Wintersday activity gives its own karma as outside the daily bonuses. You just have a really huge extra amount of karma that you get for doing them the first 3 times each day.
Tell me more.
So, yeah, have at it, have fun. So you can purchase 6 of those maps per day, and they're 5,250 karma times 365. So if you hit over 12 million karma, which would be really hard to do, I feel like you'd have to go grind really hard. Well, then you're pretty much set for karma for the year, and you might want to find another karma conversion. I will do a follow-up video on how to optimize a packed network supply agent. I will have a follow-up video for everyone.